which is weapon of the week, and we actually got an idea from one of our friends, James. I'll give him credit. So we'll go to the weapon of the week, and I don't think I'll spoil what weapon of the week is quite yet, because it's going to be kind of funny. It's going to be fun to implement. And then after that, we'll go...
Should be more interesting than last week, or 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, where we only did
the
refactor?
pizza shooter. No, we did the pizza shooter.
Oh, you think it'll be more interesting than the pizza shooter?
I think so, maybe, depending on how you've gone about doing it.
Was just kind of like atypical, but typical for us. I don't know. Yeah, this might be cooler. I'll give you that. It might be cooler than pizza shooter. You're just knocking down my pride a little. Anyways.
Well, I'm the one who came up with the pizza shooter.
And maybe should we refresh? If just in case somebody isn't familiar with what the pizza shooter is, we'll show.
Yeah, sure. And if they can also go to the YouTube channel and check it out.
Yeah, you can watch the last video if you want to see how we implemented it. But we have our pizza shooter here. It's pretty awesome. Shoot slices of pizza crust first, because we never fixed that. Anyways, that's the pizza shooter. So it'll top that. I think it will. I have good hopes for this one. So we can go to our to-dos here, scroll down a little bit, and we have weapon of the week. So this week, I didn't add it yet. What was it? There was a really long description. I'm going to jump back into Discord.
Yeah, James even wrote a song for us.
Yeah, glub, 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 everybody in the pub. Glub, glub, glub. We're the heroes of the club. Glub, glub. Gosh, why can't it disappeared on me? Dubstep chop. I think that's like an italics. Next weapon should be a Keytar. So we're doing a Keytar. Spoiler. That's not really spoiler. We're here now. And there was like a little sub point here. We stun enemies with beautiful music. I don't think I want to implement a stun mechanic.
Did he put that in the chat? Did I miss that?
Yeah.
No.
But I have gone ahead, because I thought this was kind of fun, but I wouldn't want to watch it over and over again. I've gone ahead and made the pixel art and moved it into our resource directory. So if I go into resources, sprites, Keytar, and music note. So now we can just use these two and we can do all the code. So that's all I've done so far, is I've added those PNGs to the project. So let's get on with weapon of the week. First thing I need to do, and now that I've moved all this code, I don't know where it's at. I need to, it's not sound. I need to go to, I think some engine. Jaw UI engine? No. There's no code there. Jaw world? No.
We just draw on the map. Projectile, maybe? Or spawn?
I think it might be under
projectile engine.
So structs. Well, projectile handles like the logic of keeping track of all the projectiles, not necessarily like the sprites. I think draw 2D texture maps. No. Texture.
The dungeon texture. Yeah, there's a pizza slice right there. Line 11.
Something that's still desperately in need of a refactor. So we're going to say our Keytar. I guess I didn't move this in the refactor. So we're going to have Keytar and music note. Keytar is going to have this load texture. Music note. So this was, I think, literally music underscore note. So all this is doing is it's grabbing that image and pulling it into memory, and then we got to be kind and unload from memory, not audio stream, unload texture. Cool. So now we have those images. We can actually work with them. from here, we'll go into our armory. And I'm kind of thinking a Keytar is probably a staff. What do you think?
I mean, it's shooting music notes?
Yeah.
I mean...
Is it anything short of magic? I don't know if it'd be a bow or a staff. Pretty sure it's magic. Music is magic. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Alright, well, I'll give you that.
Well, let's make it a staff. So we'll create a new staff here, and I'll call it music shooter. Should I just call it Keytar?
You should call it music is magic.
Music is magic. I'm gonna call it Keytar.
It's gonna be the description of the YouTube video for the music is magic.
So I'll copy the configuration for pizza shooter and work off of this. So what we will do is we will say this comes from the Keytar sprite instead of the default one. And you know, I think I kind of explain this a little bit every single stream, what this rectangle is, the source and destination rectangles. But the source, I'll explain it again. The source rectangle is just where from in the image, kind of like coordinates, height, width. So we're going to start at origin because all of that sprite has in it is just the Keytar itself. And it's 32 by 32. So this is saying, here's pretty much where our image is. And the destination is where we're actually putting it on screen. We're putting 0 for the coordinates because this is actually updated every frame to follow the player. So, but we do want it to be 32 by 32. We can add some 1.5 modifier, like we do times 1.5 if we want it to be 50% larger. But for now, we'll leave it about like this. We won't call this pizza shooter. We'll call this Keytar. So this is just a weapon that returns, or a function that returns a weapon. And then this PS stands for projectile sprite. You can see here we assign it when we return the actual weapon. This needs to be music note. And pretty similar here. I need to replace these comments. I'm just going to undo these. I don't need these. Self-documented code. Or non-documented code. So here we have, again, starting at the origin of the image, 32 pixels by 32 pixels. The destination, these will be updated. Now, the projectile, talking about that, the projectile engine will actually manage where the projectile is going based on like velocity and trajectory. But here we are saying, hey, pull it from this texture, music note. That's going to be used here. I wonder if there's anything else here we really need to clean up. So, where's the handle on the Keytar? I want to say the width's probably 50. Yeah, let's just leave it like that for now. Holding it like a guitar. I think that's pretty close, actually. We'll keep all of this pretty much the same. Attack rotation. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe idle rotate. Let's just leave it that way. I think the rotations are going to be all wrong. And something here isn't working. Oh, I probably didn't grab. Hey, it got regular. Normally I have to do something fancy to get that. Cool, so I think we actually have something close to our configuration for the Keytar. Let's go to main.go. And under input, I have this janky way of equipping items. I'm just going to say staffs.keytar. So when we press key 1, we will equip weapon Keytar. Let's see if the program runs. It does. I'll turn off debug. Oh yeah, that needs to be scaled. The note comes out head first. So I'm thinking...
Yeah.
So the Keytar is 80 bitty.
You shooting 16th notes there?
Is that not 8?
It looks like... No, those aren't 8, those are 16th. It looks like it's shooting out of the handle there.
That's the point. So Keytar needs to be angled maybe -20. It needs to be scaled up. Let's go fine tune this puppy. So I want this to probably, let's just say 50% larger. That's the math for that. I like just keeping these.
So could we
coordinates.
make it like some of those astronomically large Dark Souls weapons?
It would look so bad. We probably want a weapon that's created with better resolution if we wanted to do that. I think that's a great idea, but let's get like a better drawn weapon perhaps. Maybe draw it like 256 by 256 and then it'll blow up better. The notes, I think the
James
notes
is saying that every 16th shot should throw a drumstick.
Can we make a pun here? Could we make a pun here? I was actually thinking it'd be funny. I mean, it'd be complicated. I could think of ways to code this, but like just make it like a string of like 16th notes, all connected. Like a beam.
No. That would. So you would have to rotate it, and I mean, you could do like groups of like four. Yeah. That'd be.
Now.
Yeah. Interesting.
I actually don't know if I can rotate the projectile in a different way. Projectile rotation may be difficult. Maybe we can implement that here. Because right now I think projectile's fixed to rotate 90 degrees because that's how the arrow was and I just pulled it out and ran with it. Maybe we can get the Keytar looking right. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get the Keytar looking right and then we'll get the notes looking better.
Alright.
Oh, let's not turn on the music. That just looks funny.
Looks like it's a cannon.
But it's not like
like an AT4 or something, or a RPG.
So that may actually.
He's left-handed. Kinda.
No, he's playing with the right hand.
Is he? Turn him the other way.
No, he's playing left hand.
It just switches. He's just flipping it up.
Ambidextrous.
I guess it would be pretty awkward to see the backside of a Keytar.
Yeah. I don't mind him being ambidextrous. It's a Jimi Hendrix move. We'll go with that.
I hate when people compare me to Jimi Hendrix when I say I'm a left-handed
You
guitar player.
can't even play right-handed.
That's what I'm saying. I can't. I can't.
So let's say like maybe I might be going in the wrong direction, but we'll try this. Yeah, I went the wrong direction. It looks like he's holding it like a what would you call it? Oh my
Like a
gosh,
club?
it looks so bad the other way.
What is?
Something's not right.
Clearly.
He is smacking on the ground. See that? He's abusing that Keytar. So let's go the other way and see if we have more luck. I don't think we will. I think there's a bug here. Smack. That's like guitar smash. So the reason why 0.5 worked is because when we do it in half, like I'm trying to think through this. Keep hitting the unmute sound. So this mirrors pretty well. The other one doesn't. Stunning music. I'm trying to think what's happening here.
You're just trying to rotate it around?
Not so much. I want to kind of give an offset. So I'll have like the handle, for example, of the weapon is configured kind of based on the sprite width and the sprite height.
Mm-hmm.
So you can imagine this sprite width is modified, so 16, that's 48. So 48 times 0.5, so that means the handle is at the 25 pixel mark, or dead center, effectively, like width-wise. Now height, it's a little higher up. This doesn't seem to behave appropriately. So this handle uses another attribute of the player dot hand, because I couldn't think of anything better, and it like links the handle to the hand. So there's like something that's really just an offset on the weapon that is supposed to kind of link to the offset of the player, therefore make the handle meet the hand. When I modify this handle, it's going to places that I guess maybe at this point it would help to look at the hand logic. It's just not making a bunch of sense. So you can see how it's used, at least. So player hand, like the sprite destination is set to be the player hand plus
Player hand, yeah.
the object X plus the object Y. Player hand is just an offset. I need to probably see where player hand is assigned. I think that might still be in main.go under initialize. Hand is player's width 0.5 and player height. So this 0.94, it's kind of funny to think about. That's like almost his feet, really. But it kind of makes sense because, I mean, his hands aren't much higher than his feet.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of squat. But that's saying like his hand is dead center. So it shouldn't be. This sprite must be really off center. At least according to how I'm trying to use it.
We can just blame James.
It's James's fault.
Yeah, it's always James's fault.
I'm just looking at this right here. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have like your centers right here. That should kind of link to the center of the player. So it should be centered on him right here.
Mm-hmm.
So what is that? C flat? I don't know. No, C is this one, right? It's hard to see it upside down.
Yeah, C would be that one. So it would be D sharp. So E flat.
You mean D flat? Wait, C,
No, I mean E flat.
B. This doesn't make
Wait a
sense.
second, your stuff's all messed up. There shouldn't be a. It's not right.
It's
Hang on.
okay, don't look too close. Anyways, that second black key is supposed to be in the center, and it's not. It's more like this is. I mean, center is really right here.
Don't mind these semitonal keyboards you got going on there.
Yeah, it is not. It's not based on Western theory.
Clearly.
we are beyond such things now.
It takes
From a
inspiration.
distance, the piano looks good, you know, but
Yeah, I figured zoomed out, you can kind of imagine where the keys are. When you look at it really hard, you're like, that ain't right. I don't like this. So just looking at other weapons, like a sword, perhaps.
is that the sword shooting sword?
Yeah. Or a bow shooting sword.
Yeah, bow shooting sword.
I don't have a sword
Your
shooting
elf shooting
sword,
cannon.
actually.
No, you have a bow shooting sword. Or
Yeah.
bow sword shooter. Sword. Sword shooting bow? Sword shooting bow. There we go.
So the handle I guess the player's hand and the handle kind of meet a little offset. Like the bow's really center though. Maybe I should look more at the bow. I guess I'm trying to determine, is the hand the problem? Like, is his hand deformed? Or is the handle kind of not really lining up well? So,
Yeah, what's the bow look like?
yeah, going to bows. Let's go to regular bow. Now, on regular bow, we have something like this, where we have destination width. Halfway.
Yeah, it's 0.5, 0.75, which is what you have.
Well, I do have 75. I might not, but 0.5 is really kind of the width that I kind of stick to most of the time. Like, even if I go to swords, I'm pretty sure bow shooter being the example, you know, I kind of stick to that center. Usually the center of the weapon kind of feels right. My Keytar
Yeah, see, 0.5, 0.75.
is
Yeah,
deviant.
So should we, like, divide by 0.5? Is that a plus or a
It's times.
multiply?
So we're multiplying by half.
Multiply. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I don't know, maybe a quarter.
Let's just change this. I'm curious what we get. Oh, it's like kind of when you hold a guitar and like really low. Or it's
Like a bass?
Or better yet, like you're playing in a crab metal band, crabcore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't seem quite right. And I think the big issue I had with it was like if you do 0.45 here, and maybe this could be like 0.6. Go back. It just kind of looks like it's not. This was the issue, right?
It's like it needs to be shifted more towards the front of the body.
Yeah. So if I do like 0.4, I can get one side right. I think this is the part that's really confusing me. Other weapons don't have this same problem.
The last time we'll let James decide weapon of the week.
And I'm think I
Haven't I been the inspiration for like the past two?
pizza shooter?
No, the sword shooting bow or the bow shooting sword or whatever.
So this is the issue.
Yeah, so facing that way it looks better. The other way it doesn't look great.
This is why I was really concerned with the mechanism, like how the hand and the handle work. Like, why is that breaking on this weapon? And I'm kind of coming to an understanding that every weapon thus far has been designed vertically.
Uh-huh.
And then
Yeah, so if you go to your sprite sheet, it's vertical.
Yeah, so maybe, is there a way?
So if you, yeah, I was going to say, if you take that and turn it, can we not just, you're...
Hot diggity. We fixed the bug. It was a data issue. Anybody working in the IT field might laugh at that. So...
Did you try to restart it?
We didn't try that either, did we?
The number
Sure,
one
but-
rule.
That's actually worked in one of our streams before, James. I don't know if
Oh
we've
my
introduced
gosh,
James. I
that's
don't know if we've
insane.
introduced any of us.
Nope.
So what should my name be? Let's make up random names. And change
I
it
mean,
every
you've already
stream.
called me Andrew, and I've already called you Josh, and
Definitely not their real names.
James has already admitted
No.
he is who he says he is on the stream, so, I mean, making up names would be pointless.
We should just start responding to the incorrect name. The point is...
So you'll be James, I'll be Josh, and James will be Andrew.
Doesn't confuse me at all. 'Cause
Okay, now our keytar is appropriate. I could do the same thing with the music note. Or we could see how to actually fix the music note in the code.
Well, let's see if this fixes the Keytar.
Yeah, and
You know.
the idle rotation will just have to be like 90 off. I don't know if I'm going the right direction. This might look really funny.
you could probably drop a note in there once
Oh,
you figure it
God.
out, so you don't have to
Maybe it's
remember it.
backwards.
It's so low. If you turn left.
So
like all
it's
the way on the
higher facing the right and lower facing the left.
I don't like that.
Yeah, look at it. It's like he drops it and then he picks it back up. He's like, I'm not playing this left-handed. He just throws it on the floor.
Let's just do 0. Let's see. It should load in straight up, right?
Look, Safari Miner's back.
Safari Miner.
No, you can see it. Oh, you can respond. Is the pizza still proper amount of cheesy?
Oh, the pizza. We had to dial back. We had some legal concerns with how cheesy it was.
Getting sued by Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, it was giving people some cholesterol issues. I don't know if cheese causes cholesterol issues, but I want to go with that. Still pretty cheesy
They were,
though.
they were getting gout from all the dairy.
Just killed that guy with cheese, so it's very cheesy. But now we're not in legal trouble with the cheese anymore, so Chuck E. Cheese came after us.
Chuck E. Cheese.
5 nights at Chuck E. Cheese's.
Oh man. So back to our less cheesy weapon, the one that's given us more trouble. Why did I kill that? I wanted to check something. So this is what I kind of anticipated.
That's just straight up and down. All right.
And the idea here is, this is so off. This is so wrong. It should be centered on my player, right?
Is it technically centered on the sprite sheet?
Yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Okay, I'm gonna do positive 90 here. So positive 90. Man, look at that.
That's a little better.
like
I think it's
activating
rotating up
circles.
too much, but
It's activating star power.
That's the special ability it should have. Whenever you kill enough targets, you should be able to like
Make
hold a
it
button.
worse.
bass
make it-
Keytar.
Yeah, and you like start glowing blue, and then notes turn blue, and they
It
do
shows
like
up
extra
above his
damage or
head.
something. Just need to drop as many references as you possibly can with all these weapons. Click it again. Hold on. Does it swing the other? No, don't change directions. Actually, like attack. Oh, I thought it swung on 180 degrees. I was like, that's funny.
So how did changing that number make it go further away from the body? Like
I'm perplexed.
to the left or right versus up or down?
My code is bad.
There it goes. Kinda.
So the rotator.
I mean, we could just
function-
chalk it up to like like I said, a bass Keytar.
I am so confused. Why?
Jeez.
I'm editing.
Oh,
that.
now he's holding it out front like deathcore.
That's crabcore, right? You hold it low and out front.
Oh, I was thinking
Yeah,
like
that's like 80s metal, right?
2013 metalcore.
Yeah, they did that not too long ago too. So, I'm really not sure why the height is. Oh. Could it be that because we're flipping it 90 degrees, the height becomes the width? What do you think? What do you think here?
You might need to explain your logic.
Well, we're turning it 90 degrees, so x becoming y is not the craziest concept. Like, let me go the other direction.
Alright, yeah, I'm tracking. I got you.
Man, my code is awful. But I guess that kind of makes some logical sense. Okay. 55.
It's got negative recoil now. Goes down when it shoots.
I can fix that. And then
Should it technically have recoil though? I mean, if it's like magical
I
numbers.
mean, like what, 4.54.
Yeah, let's just try. This is
4.5.
awful. Why did I? I'm trying to think. How could I even mess it up this bad? That's not the right direction. 5.5. But. Gosh. It gets lower.
We had the same problem with the. Was it whenever we introduced the weapon swapping?
This is slightly different.
Oh yeah, no, I see it. Yeah, when you look left, it drops.
It's just a subtle nod that no one should play left-handed anything.
I mean, it's not a bug; it's a feature. I mean, I don't know.
What would even cause that? So
It's like in the text of the weapon itself. Don't play left-handed.
dude, there is a
Any attacks directed left are like they have reduced damage by like 90% or something.
I am so
Better-
confused.
Better yet, instead of it being 16th notes that it shoots when it's facing left, it just shoots like whole notes or something, and they do like piddly damage.
Just to completely just make the weapon not worth using in one direction. So I think that's something maybe to figure out later. Why? I'm trying to think. So why isn't my cannon having the same issue? The cannon was created in a sideways way, right? Or does the cannon have the same issue?
Let's see your cannon.
Yeah, I think my cannon is okay. So I'm happy as can be.
That thing is chonky.
Yeah, I don't know.
James, it's your fault.
All James's fault.
Now, maybe the cannon is the one we should be reviewing here.
But so you didn't put any idle rotation on it.
I did
You just had it at 0.
I did not add idle rotation.
Can you put the code side by side?
Yeah.
Yeah, and your attack rotator is different also.
Why does this seem wrong? It's always returning 0.
I was about to say, if it's 0 divided by...
0 times anything. So 0
Yeah,
over
0
everything.
times anything divided by whatever, or yeah, over everything.
Yeah, it's just 0 over whatever number this is. So effectively nothing.
Seems kind of pointless.
Yeah. Yeah, this could be 0, I think. So I wonder, like, would this cause as much of an issue on the cannon? Let's see.
It's the same thing.
Doesn't appear to be problematic.
Did you save it?
Did I save it? Did I save the key?
Thing on the left says unsaved.
Is that cannon shooting elves?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought that's what I saw.
What's wrong with the Keytar? Now, one thing we're doing with the Keytar that we're not doing with the cannon is we're rotating it 90 degrees. So maybe it's time to rotate the cannon 90 degrees.
But your drawing of the cannon was also vertical versus the Keytar, which is up and down. Yeah, there you go.
It has the same issue. Pow!
So it's the
pow!
rotation?
Yeah, the
Oh
rotation.
my gosh. Your frame rate's dropping.
My frame rate is?
Or my connection's dropping, one or the other.
Your connection's done. My FPS is 60.
Yeah, well.
Wait, so the rotation is
We'll run
somehow
around and shoot and let's check it out.
pivoting the sprite on an axis that it shouldn't be? Is that what's going on? Like the point of where it's rotating 180 degrees is off center, in other words? I guess that's a more simple way to put it.
Yeah, you can kind of see how it's rotating. So it makes
Yeah.
sense when it's here. I don't know. I don't know if this makes any sense to me. Yep.
I mean, I'm not getting it. So what if we
I
move the
see now.
keytar back to vertical or horizontal, and then put the idle rotation back to 0 on the keytar?
It didn't look right though. I think was the biggest issue.
Oh yeah, it's going to be vertical.
So I think the width had to be. The width is okay.
Hmm.
So maybe the hot fix would be to flip it here, and
Yep.
then maybe write a big X on it. No. Can I just drag it down?
I'll say, wouldn't it be easier instead of trying to do like an angled X, just do vertical and horizontal for a cross, so that it's a little bit easier to tell where it might be pivoting?
Do we need to redraw it?
I don't know.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Flip horizontally. I don't want to do that. I just want to drag this down. How do I select? And then I can grab the hand. Oh yeah. So now if I just like move it down, was it too high up? I think was the issue.
Maybe.
No, it's too low, right? When you turn left, it would like drop on the floor.
I think I might run with this. I don't know. Should I just put it dead center again? Export it.
I mean, that didn't work last time, did it?
Correct. But we also had 20 degrees.
Yeah, we also had -110. So yeah, I guess
Yeah, we'll do this.
just export and we'll see what happens.
Export. This will work. We did do a 20-degree offset. So Keytar, show in Finder, and then we'll open you in Finder.
You're still running the game back there.
Oh, that's okay. Wait, I don't. Resources. Replace. We have a sideways keytar now. And now we'll go here. We'll keep this at 0. We'll deal with this number in time. Let's try to run again. And then
All right,
now
it's
that
not
is
not
0,
dropping though, so that's good.
Let's call it like 0.6, and we'll make this guy like 0.75. Yeah, it's definitely the rotation, and I'm starting to understand a little bit maybe why that would happen. Am I? Maybe not.
Hmm.
My goodness.
Jeez. I think. Well, that is the height, so you know.
Maybe I should do like just 0.4. From one ditch into the other. Why? We'll get there. We'll get there. Not efficiently, but we'll get there. Okay, so this is kind of where we were at. And then anything with the width breaks it. So, but let's try it anyways. So 0.6. Okay.
0.6.
We'll do 0.6. So we're no longer centered width-wise.
Yeah.
Let's take this And like maybe make it auto rotation +1.
You got
Maybe
two
we-
return functions there, or two returns.
Ah,
There you go.
Maybe we can see something here. It's gonna do the multiplication first, so I actually really like that. It kind of makes it easier to read. There we go.
The 0 + 1 times -0.3 or -3.
Auto rotation, which is 0 + 1. So what this will be?
-2 over whatever that is.
I'm trying to remember what I used this for. So this is kind of like finding which place you're at in the attack frame. The attack speed is 8, so divided by speed and frame. Okay, what this actually finds is the parts of. That is confusing. This isn't going to do a lot. Maybe I can do like plus. So float 32 attack speed. Let's just say frame times attack speed divided by 360. We're trying to figure out how to make a circle. I don't think I need idle rotation. I don't think I need any of this, but if we say we have attack frames, like this, say attack speed is 8, frames will go, it'll be set to speed and it'll de-increment until it hits 0. Actually, until it hits, yeah, once it hits 0, it's set to -1, which is like you're not in your attack frames.
Mm-hmm.
So, say it's 8, hypothetically. You could do 360 divided by frame. And you'll see kind of a thing. So let's just say 360 divided by frame. And this will give us something close to like a circle. So we can kind of, it's some way infer where the center of the item sprite actually is.
Hopefully. So it does it on.
Yeah.
Is it going upside down?
Yeah, it's spinning real fast. Maybe I'll make it slower. So like attack speed 64.
Sounds like an old 90s game.
It has like a logarithmic thing. That's kind of funny. That is so interesting.
It's like it's slinging it from the back of the Keytar there. On both sides.
That's actually kind of funny how that math works, though. How do I just get the simple degrees from it? I'm not gonna worry about that now, but yeah, I can clearly see like the center of the sprite is in a way different place. It's like on his side when I'm turned to the right, and it's dead center when I'm turned to the left.
Yeah, it's between the E and F key when you turn to the left. And it's on like, wait, C sharp, D flat.
Might have to call this one a loss. That only happens when it's off center this way. Like if I do the width dead center, not a problem.
I mean, I don't know if I'd call it a loss. We just blame James.
You know what? Whatever. Blame me. I don't care. I have not committed any code to this project.
That's why it's your fault.
That's why. Oh, okay. Last I checked, I think both of y'all have way more coding experience than I do.
Kind of like this spin.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Devastating notes. It's a Keytar solo. Like clickbait. Keytar solo final boss.
Vinyl boss.
I thought I said final, but that's even better. Yeah, this is interesting. So I'm gonna add a to-do because I really want to figure out what that bug is. So strange bug with weapon rotation breaking handle logic. See Keytar.